everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about retaking sites. So we're going to start off with a site, Mirage. Very basic execute. You got your stairs smoke, you got your jungle smoke, you got your CT smoke. Now you might have like a bench molly, or a sandwich molly, or an underbound molly. None of that really matters too much. They could flash into CT trying to fix some map control. But mostly we're going to be focusing on these smokes being down. So retaking a site, things that you want to keep in mind is, one, when I am personally retaking a site, I'm looking at my radar a whole lot more than I normally do, because I want to make sure that my teammates and I are on the same page when it comes to timings. Two, the remaining utility that you have, if any, will be insanely important. Like flashes, you might think won't help too much, but those will help. Like if you have a teammate in CT, let's say, alright, say you're smoked off jungle, so you can stand top connector and not have too much of an issue. And yeah, there's a gap there, but there's usually not, so calm down. You're smoked off jungle, and you have a teammate CT, and he wants to go for an aggressive peek, maybe runs through the smoke or something. You can flash for him, and that's gonna flash people on site without like blinding him, and then once that flash pops, he can then like walk through the smoke, or he can run through it and win it while it pops so they don't hear him. So flashes are important. I didn't mean to open that up. Also, let's say smokes are very nice for like smoking off bomb, or there's two situations, right? They usually occur when there's 2 to 1 people left on the terrorist side. So let's say they plant right here behind triple, and you know that the last guy is ramp. You can either smoke bomb off, which I wouldn't really suggest doing just because he knows where it is, and he can, I mean, that's a pretty common spot, he can just spam into it. But what you can do is you can smoke ramp off, which makes his job of having to push through this a lot more difficult, because he has to come all the way out of this before he can see anything. And if you have a teammate, or if you just tap it and then wait, you'll get the easy kill. So that's number 2. Number 3 that you have to think about is maintaining map control. And number 3 is probably the most important thing. So for example, let's say all those smokes come down, so you got your stairs smoke, your jungle smoke, your CT smoke, and you're playing, both of your A players are playing on site. So let's say you have a guy like Firebox right here, and you either have a guy, you know, triple, nice little crossfire going on, or even underbalk, okay? They're both probably going to die during the execute. Yeah, they might get like 2 to 3 kills, but they're both going to die. And after they die, the T's, let's say they only kill 2 people. And that's not too bad. Like, killing 2 people on an execute with both of your site players, that's not the worst possible situation. Lots of times people will end up with 0 kills, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they end up with 2 kills. Alright, you still have a CT smoke down, you have a jungle smoke down, you still have the stairs smoke down, okay? Retaking this from connector is impossible. You can just sit right here and wait for this gap to maybe become a bit larger. But besides that, you can't really watch too much. If you jump spot palace, you could get shot. And then, I opened that up again, jeez Louise. Then from CT, there might be a gap right there, so let's try to throw a smoke. Yeah. Sometimes there's a gap right there, other times you can like try to get up on here, but you're just gonna die, unless you're playing at a much lower level. So CT, you're gonna have to like wait around here, because you don't know if they, I've opened that 3 times now, I'm dummy dumb, it's okay. You don't know if they're going to push into CT. So these smokes are gonna start to fade, so let's have it start to fade, okay? And now T's, because there's nobody alive on A site, nobody's holding any map control, your rotator is now, you know, maybe right here, okay, from B. T's can flash that. Here, let's set it up. So you can have a guy right here, everybody else is blind right there, you flash for him, he peeks, now he has complete CT control. Alright, he probably gets the kill on the guy because he's blind. He has full CT control. You know how hard it is to retake A when they have CT control? The problem with them having CT control is, let's say you still have, you know, your 2 or 3 people in the jungle area, stairs area. This is smoked off. The smokes fade, alright? They can be palace, they can be underbalk, they can be anywhere on site. They can be ramp, they can be Tetris, they can be sandwich, but also now they're able to be CT, left, right side, deep CT hiding. So even if you come out here and you clear it, they still could be hiding right here, and nobody would like be able to see them. It's just very difficult, especially if you're like they planted for triple. Somebody from ramp can come out and peek you while you're defusing. Somebody from palace can come out. Somebody from CT can come out. So it's just a very difficult retake. So maintaining that map control as a CT is very important. That's why people play retake A site. So they'll have somebody ticket and they'll be jump spotting like this. Okay. Obviously they'll be doing a much better job at jump spotting. Something more aligned like this, so that you only see it for a split second. Alright, so they see all the A site smokes coming over. They have two options. They can either molly to try to delay them, or make them like smoke the molly and use a post plant smoke. Or when the smokes come down and you're smoked off CT, you can flash over to try to delay, maybe throw a default smoke or a triple smoke, try to deny plant and make them be in a bit more of an awkward position. But your main thing is you're not fighting them, you're just maintaining CT control. So you're going to stay like right about here, maybe a little tighter, so your guy from market has an angle as well. So if you're standing right here and you're waiting for a flash to come over, you could even be playing anti-flash while your guy from market is coming over, like holding right here. And so they flash over, your guy's blind, but you're not blind, you peek, you kill, easy peasy. Now it's a lot easier to retake A because you've maintained the site control. Same thing with if you're a connector player and you see the smokes coming over, you can go for a palace peek. I wouldn't suggest it, and you probably won't be able to because stairs will be smoked off. You got a couple options. You can stand right here and try to get a guy crossing default. This is especially good if you have an op. Because you can just go and bam. One thing that you do have to worry about is somebody could swing bottom stairs, so you don't want to do this if there's no smokes down. But then again, if there is a smoke down, it will be very difficult to do that. So you're going to want to have like a teammate here or something if you go for that kind of angle. So yeah, if you're playing connector and you get smoked off, you don't want to like run through the smoke. Sometimes you can get away, so let's smoke jungle again. Sometimes you can get away with a cheeky little like bench push and like try to kill a guy who's sitting here, or try to get him while they're coming out of ramp or crossing, because this is an angle that it's kind of hard to see when you're a T, and not a lot of Ts are going to be focused right here, especially when they're trying to clear out sight and do all that. So you could get away with that, but for the most part, you're going to want to like fall back con right here, or even like play this angle. So if they walk up bench and they're trying to get into jungle, you can kill them. But one thing you have to do, well, you have to be concerned about is if you give away your position, somebody can wallbang you through this, and you're going to be completely dead ski. But really like maintaining map control. Now, utility, I already kind of went over that, so we'll skip through it. Just, you know, make sure you use your mollies and your flashes and your smokes to benefit your teammates. The worst thing you can possibly do with a flash is not look at radar, see that the smokes are fading, don't care about where your teammates are, and flash for yourself to peek. Alright, now you just took this fight solo when all your other teammates, even if they were in position, so it could be like a 2-person or a 3-person fight, they're all blind now because you flashed and didn't call anything. So that's all I'll say about that. And then looking at radar. Okay, so you got your jungle smoke down. Let's say that it is starting to fade. Okay, and I'm like, okay, I think I can push through here. Now I go and look at where my teammates are. If my teammates in CT are like still back here, me pushing through that smoke, I won't have anybody that's able to trade me. Also, sometimes people will be on a flank, you know, and they'll be coming up ramp like this, just waiting behind. In that scenario, I want to make sure that I'm like staying alive. There's no reason for me to peek. The T's are already going to be focused on like jungle and CTs, so there's no reason for me to like try to get their attention when I already have their attention. So I'm going to stay nice and chill. Obviously, if they push, I'll get the kill. I'm not going to like completely fall off like this. but I'm going to wait for my guy ramp to do work. And as soon as my guy ramp takes a shot, that's when I'm going to start to peek out, because then all the T's are going to look over at ramp, and then I'll have a good opportunity to peek out. Right? That's basics of like playing off your teammates. Same thing goes for ramp. If this smoke, well, it smoked like here, and I'm like, oh, I could maybe jump up here, get a cheeky kill. But then I see the rest of my teammates, like, I don't have anybody else CT. I'm probably not going to want to take that peek, because if I die here and nobody else is CT, they just got CT control. Obviously, lower levels, they may not realize that they got CT control, so you might get away with it. But at higher levels, they will understand that they've maintained or obtained CT control. So if I'm smoked off here, I won't go for that. And then let's say the smoke is starting to fade. Okay, I'm ready to like flash myself through this or something. I'll call this flash to a teammate, just to make sure that if I have anybody jungle or stairs, they don't get blinded by that. But I also will make sure that, you know, the jungle and stairs people are ready to retake. If, let's say, they, when they smoke jungle off, they actually smoked like top connector, okay? That means that they can be pushed into jungle. That means that these people coming out, even after the smoke is completely gone, these people coming out will have a much more difficult time trying to clear out jungle and trying to focus on site. So you have to be completely aware of the situations that your teammates are facing so you all can be on the same page. Now, retakes are very underrated in the sense that in like higher level play, retakes are majority like very, very viable. Like, you can most likely win a retake if you play it correctly. That's half because people on like T side don't know how to play post plant that well. They'll give away free picks because they're used to playing against people that don't know how to retake. And it's half because if you're all like all the CTs are focused on each other and they all see what's going on radar and all that, it's very, very easy to pinch a site. The reason why most people fail at retakes is because not everybody is on the same page. So do your part, look at your radar, use your utility properly, make sure you maintain map control so it is more easy to retake sites. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a good day.